Hello and welcome to the final part of our story. So Scrooge then said to the spirit, "Lead on." "Well, lead on," said Scrooge. The spirit then pointed out to Scrooge and saw the bleak future. He saw his housemaid with her husband, and she said, "Look at what I got, love. Some blankets from Mr. Scrooge's house. Those are my blankets and curtains. Why you showed me this for?" The spirit then pointed again. "What do you mean? You want me to go through that door?" "Okay." He then walks through the door and then is in the streets of London. He sees the two men from the charity talking. "He must have died some night in his sleep or sometime Christmas morning. He was a grumpy old bag. I can't say I feel sorry for him. No, I don't either." Who are they talking about, spirit? "Where am I, spirit? Where am I in this future?" asked Scrooge. All of a sudden Scrooge saw himself in a mortuary. Scrooge then asked the spirit, "Why did you bring me here for, spirit? Please, I don't wish to look under that blanket. Please don't show me. I don't wish to see any more." Scrooge then walked away, and then he appeared in the Cratchit house. "What is this? Where am I? I'm back in the Cratchit's house, aren't I?" Bob Cratchit then walks in bits. "Bob, where have you been?" "I stopped and looked at the cemetery on the way home." "You should see it. It's a lovely place. I promised him every Sunday we'd see our tiny little boy Tim. He was so strong." Scrooge is upset and saddened by the death of Tiny Tim. "Spirit, could this have been prevented? Are these the shadows of what might be, not what will be? Please, spirit, I ask you now, please show me where I am." The spirit then takes Scrooge to the cemetery. "What is this place? Why have you took me here?" He sees two men digging a grave, and then sees them. Deep enough hole for him there. Yeah, come on, let's get moving. It's Christmas Eve and I'm starving." Scrooge then walks up to the grave and says, "Spirit, please, whose grave is this? Tell me, tell me." The spirit then clears the mist away from the tombstone as he reveals his skeleton-like face and says, "Why, yours, Ebenezer, the richest man in the cemetery." As he pushes him into the grave, he begs for another chance, begs to be changed as he's getting dragged into his coffin. He then lets go of the root that he clings onto as the spirit is sinisterly laughing. He then lands on his bed and notices he's home. Overwhelmed with joy, he looks out the window and says to a young local boy, "You there, boy? Is that prize turkey still up for sale?" "You mean the one as big as me, sir?" "Yes, the one as big as you." "Well, I think so." "Well, I want you to go on and buy it for me. If you hurry back here in 5 minutes, I'll give you a shilling. In fact, hurry back here in less than that, I'll give you £1/2." "Oh, right away, sir." Scrooge, overjoyed, saying he's as light as a feather, he goes up to his maid and tells her she can take the rest of the week off. all overwhelmed with joy. The butcher holding the turkey then asks, "Now, are you sure it was Mr. Scrooge that asked you?" "Yes, sir." "Ah, good boy, here's your £1/2. Ah, yes, here's your payment too. Now I want you to deliver the turkey to this address. Go now." Okay, sir." Christmas Day. He then goes to the two gentlemen. "Oh, yes. Oh, hello, Mr. Scrooge. Can I ask you something?" "What is it?" "Is it not too late to donate?" "Well, no, Scrooge, I don't think so." "Well, good. Come here. Let me tell you something." Scrooge whispers in his ear. The man is like, "Really? Well, that's very generous of you, Mr. Scrooge. Here you go. Take this scarf." "A gift for me?" "Yes." "Thank you. I now have well, I'm going to my nephew now. Merry Christmas to you, gentlemen. Merry Christmas." The Cratchit family then get the turkey. "Who gave this to you?" "I don't know. It was just delivered to us. Some anonymous tip-off." "It was Mr. Scrooge," said Tiny Tim. "Ah, well, let's have a feast with it. A great big feast." "Ah, Merry Christmas, everyone," said Bob Cratchit. "And God bless us, everyone," said Tiny Tim. Scrooge then went to his nephew Fred. He said, "Uncle Ebenezer, what are you doing here?" "I just wanted to come because you're the only family I have left." "Is this your fiancée?" "Yes, Uncle. She is very beautiful." "I was in love once." "What do you come for, Uncle?" "I've come here to ask if that offer of Christmas dinner is still free, if you'll have me." "Oh, Uncle Ebenezer, of course we will." Scrooge then gets into all the festivities and food at Christmas. Then, the very next day, Bob Cratchit rushes to work in a hurry as he's late. Scrooge is then sat behind his desk and says, "You're late, Mr. Cratchit." "Please, sir, I do apologise. Christmas does come once a year." "Yes, and it's time I told you this. I'm going to start now by raising your salary." "What?" "Raising it. Oh, please, take this money and have the rest of the week off. What, really?" Yes, yes. Oh, yes." And Scrooge then became better than his word, and became like a second father to Tiny Tim, as he got the money for the treatment he needed. And just like Tim said, God bless us, everyone.